Moving further, now it's time to have a presentation. The topic would be harnessing AI for efficient underground space engineering, investigation, analysis, and visualization. It's an honor to invite on stage Mr. Saurabh Sharma, Joint General Manager, DMRC, and Governing Council Member, TAI. Can we have a big round of applause for Mr. Sharma?
Respected dignitaries and my dear friends from the world of infrastructure, a very good day to all. First of all, before beginning, I would like to thank the organizers for providing me a last minute wildcard slot, because there is something very enticing happening in the field of tunneling which I want to present. Before beginning, I would like to just brief where it all commenced. So I belong to DMRC, and DMRC in 2022 decided that in order to bridge the knowledge gap between the industry and academia, we should come up with something which can basically create a knowledge bank with both the partners. So we came with CETUS, that is Center of Excellence in Tunneling and Underground Space Engineering, as a joint venture between DMRC and IIT BHU. It would be commencing very soon. But we began working on that 2 years ago only. The vision of the institute is to create an Atmanirbhar Bharat in the field of tunneling. Then the mission is to establish a state-of-art center of excellence in tunneling and underground space engineering, as I have already told. I was just rushed through because the time had been given to me is just 10 minutes. Objectives: to supply skilled manpower, then establishment of a center repository, indigenization, and near-term academic research solutions. Now the problem statement that's the topic of today is how can we minimize the risk involved with an underground contract. So when we talk about an underground contract, we can very safely say that it bears the following features. Most of them are EPC contracts, and they really don't possess a fair risk sharing protocol as of now in the country. The risk of unknown is contractually considered as contractor's risk, although I belong to the client side, but I don't have any hesitation saying this. And the time and cost dedicated for preliminary investigation works are far below the international guidelines. This is the most unfortunate part of the industry today. Now, if we analyze more into the unknown territory, then what are the unknown risks that we face in the underground stretch? That's almost all the unknown risks belong to either the category of unknown geological strata, or unknown utilities, or unknown archaeological remains, or unknown aquifers, something which is below the ground. On behalf of this, there is a claim, there are time extensions, there is a cost variations coming to hundreds and hundreds of crores, and it all belongs to the category of preliminary investigation works. So basically, slight bit of complacency on our part, on the contractor's part, to do our preliminary investigation seriously leads to hundreds and hundreds of crores of rupees, and more than that, years of delays. Sometimes it happens, it goes up to years of delays. The result of this half-hearted approach, as I being a client put all my contractual risk on the contractor is deemed to bid higher, thereby considering all his risks. However, at site, if any unknown is encountered, the client is a bigger loser because he loses time, money, and credibility. Then the last one is that the disputes are there, and what we see whenever there are arbitration disputes, the contract act of the country comes in, and due to natural justice and all that, finally most of the times the contractor ends up being paid by the client. So eventually we lose always. So our PhD study was how can we mitigate these risks. Now I will directly come on to the recommendations. So we initiated an exercise to create a standard operating protocol for preliminary investigation works. Basically, most of the people who are doing these investigation works are small agencies, and they really don't know how to carry out those works, what should be the standard operating procedure. And this was our our main agenda, that we should create a guideline for this. It was also recommended in the guideline that AI may be introduced as an analytical tool to bring optimization and speed to the process. And our mentor Shri Daljit Singh, who was having these studies, he was of the view that guidelines can say anything. Is it implementable? Because in India it has not been done ever. In world it has been tried only a few times. So he said, okay, let's begin a pilot project as a proof of concept parallelly. And we had a area between Sadar Bazaar to Nabi Karim where we could not do any ball log for 500 meters. We could not carry out most of the tests. So we took that area as a pilot project. And I am proud to announce that the team was able to successfully create an AI-enabled subsurface geoengineering platform, which is capable of analyzing and integrating all preliminary investigation works. Now to extend that, what we did, we said, okay, we have done with the subsurface, we have the data in 3D, we can analyze that. Let's put other preliminary investigation data also in the same coordinates. And what we did, we created a platform which is capable of analyzing and integrating all preliminary investigation works, including drone survey, structural condition, the foundations of the buildings, which we don't come to know because of 40 years. Even after 20 years, if somebody goes to DDA or MCD asking for foundation, they never give it. They don't have it actually. So the drone survey, structure condition, utility investigation works, which we generally do with the SUV just now, and the geological strata onto the same BIM models. This is basically a pictorial view of the SOP this is the crux of the SOP, which test, in which condition can we escape, which are mandatory, which sequence should be followed. That's basically a very extensive guideline. That's just a summary. Now, I have just given the credit to our AI partner, Infra with the Smart Solutions, because they come with us without any selfish interest to create this POC for us. And the POC is what's that? It's AI-enabled data retrieval from multiple raw data formats, which are used by drones, GPR, SRT, ERT, and other non-destructive methods. Then AI-ML-enabled data processing and analysis to produce an optimized prediction post consideration of all methods. See, sometimes SRT has its own limitation, GPR has its own, ERT has its own. Now, what AI does, AI combines all the raw data and puts into AI-ML, comes out with the result which is most optimized. Means if we say GPR for first 10 meters is very predictive, for first 10 meters it will give more weightage to GPR. Then after that it will give higher weightage to ERT and SRT and other techniques. So it's like that. And then AI-enabled coordinate-based 3D integrated model for all reports. And then AI-enabled comparison, clipping, merging and slicing features for better understanding. These are some of the views. This is how a report can be produced. Basically, it can show the drone view, the building condition, the foundation, the pipelines, means the utilities, and even the cavities. Some other screenshots. Now, these are the individual models that were merged by the AI after the processing. This is the guideline that I hope would be, they are launched by this month end, and it would be one of the biggest achievements in this country. This is a video, a small 30 seconds, 40 seconds video. Basically what it is doing is that we just have to give plug-in data for all the instruments to this system. All the systems have been, this AI has basically, just a minute.
Dashboard, your next generation solution for geotechnical surveying. Once our location is added, we upload the raw data right here. Our system organizes it by location, keeping everything neat and accessible on the cloud. After uploading all raw data, we trigger our AI to process the data. Both raw and standardized data are handled effortlessly, thanks to our powerful AI-based microservices. Now, the exciting part, our visualization tools will show processed output for each individual item, including drone surveys, GPR, ground penetrating radar, GCI, geotechnical investigation, SRT, seismic refraction tomography, ERT, electrical resistivity tomography, building conditions, foundations, and subsurface utility engineering. And not just that, we can compare, clip, merge, and slice the data. With each interaction, our AI learns and improves, making the results faster and more accurate. Here's what sets us apart. Our AI gives a confidence score for its conclusions, which guides us in generating this detailed 3D representation of the survey area. And there you have it, a full-fledged 3D model ready for any analysis. Ready to get started with AISGE. Join us today and transform the way we handle geotechnical surveys.
So this is just a baby born a few weeks ago. We hope that as the data pours in, the AI ML would keep on increasing the reliability. Just now it's around 70 to 75%. So the target value is more than 90%, 90 to 95%. This is good enough to mitigate most of the risks that we face in underground. Thank you. Any questions, please? Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an insightful presentation.